All right, listen up. Your strategic briefing starts now.
First on the Intel report, the study method you see everyone doing.
Next, we have the method that's currently blowing up on social media.
And finally, there's the one your own teacher is telling you to use. But let me ask you a direct question. Is any of that noise really right for you? Pay attention. Trends are meaningless. Your brain doesn't care about what's popular. Here's our plan of attack. Eyes forward. We're going to cover the fundamental premise of learning types, why a universal method is a myth, the absolute core concept of processing speed, a tactical analysis of study accounts, the critical error of mistaking your objective, and finally, your direct orders for achieving victory.
Let's start with foundational doctrine. Your mind is not some standardized piece of equipment. The way you process intelligence, your personal entry point for information, is unique.
And let's be perfectly clear, yeah, the whole learning style theory gets debated in academic circles, I know, but it is an undeniable fact that every single individual has preferences and, more importantly, efficient routes for processing information.
Now, broadly speaking, these are the primary operational types. You have the visual type, who gets it through text, placement, and color. They use spatial memory to see the whole battlefield at once. Then there's the auditory type, who remembers information through sound, rhythm, and intonation. Methods like shadowing are their bread and butter. And finally, the kinesthetic type, who needs to physically write and organize information to understand it. They feel most secure when their hands are moving.
So for a visual operative, a paper dictionary is the ultimate weapon. You want to know why? Because you see the page as a surface, not just the linear scroll on a screen. You can compare multiple words at once, you remember their location on the page, and you can cross-reference in an instant. A smartphone app just traps you in a single entry view. That difference isn't just minor, it's decisive.
Now for our second point, and I need you to listen very carefully, there is no such thing as a universal study method. One size fits no one. Got it?
Shadowings, highlighters, the latest shiny app. These are just tools in the armory. They are not magic solutions. They don't work for everyone. And this argument that paper is obsolete, that's tactical nonsense. The spatial advantage of a physical book is a power that digital formats still struggle to replicate. You do not discard a perfectly good weapon just because it isn't new.
Okay, now we get to the absolute heart of the matter, the concept of processing speed.
Any study method that is slower than your brain's natural processing speed is a liability, period. It creates friction, it creates stress. If you can memorize something faster than you can write it down, then taking meticulous notes becomes a bottleneck. Your tools have to keep pace with your mind.
So think about it. What happens when a fast processor sits down to create beautifully detailed notes? It's redundant. It's a waste of their primary asset, speed. And on the flip side, what happens when a slower processor tries to learn using only audio? The information just doesn't stick. It goes in one ear and out the other.
So the crucial point is this. The right study method isn't decided by some vague notion of efficiency. It's decided by the speed difference between the method you're using and your own mind.
Next up, let's analyze this trend of study accounts. If you assess them correctly, they can actually be a pretty powerful strategic tool.
So why do they work for some people? Because they tap directly into the principles of self-determination theory. You get autonomy because you're the one who chooses what to post. You get a sense of competence, that feeling that you're actually getting something done. And you get relatedness, that connection you feel with others on the same mission.
And what's more, they tap into something called flow theory. See, when the difficulty is just right and your progress is visible, you become completely immersed. A study account is, in essence, a device for visualizing your forward momentum. However, you must understand the weakness. For a fast processor, the time you spend making a post look pretty is time you're not spending learning. It's wasted time. If memorizing is faster, then just memorize. This tool is optional, not mandatory. You only use it if it serves the mission.
And now for a dose of cold, hard reality. You must not mistake your objective.
Let me ask you this. Are you buying this textbook to sell it online later for a few bucks, or are you buying it to pass the exam? I know some of you hesitate to even write in your books.
The solution is simple. Use friction pens. They're erasable. Your excuse for not marking up your primary intelligence document is now invalid. So what matters more, the resale value of a book or your own success? Do not mistake the goal.
This brings us to the conclusion of our briefing. There is no single correct method. There is only the unique nature of your brain and its specific processing speed.
So here are your orders. You are to rethink your entire approach. Ask yourself, am I visual? Am I auditory? Am I kinesthetic? Or some combination? And then you will ask the most critical question, is my current method faster or slower than my own processing speed?
Do not be swayed by what everyone else is doing. Interrogate your own brain. That is the shortest, most direct path to your objective.
So which type are you? And is the study method you're using right now really suited for you? That is all dismissed.